The two NASA astronauts who piloted the first crewed test flight of Boeing and were left behind on the space station took questions for the first time in weeks and said that the Starliner could have carried them home if more time had been available to work through the spacecraft's issues.
Had to make some decisions on a timeline, and the timeline came to the point to where we had to decide, is Starliner coming back with us or without us? And we just did not have enough time to get to the end of that runway where we could say that we were going to come back with it. I think we'd have gotten there, but we just ran out of time.
Now, this is the first time that astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sunita Williams discussed their mission since Starliner, the Boeing spacecraft that carried them to the space station, landed safely on Earth without them last week. The Starliner experienced problems with its thrusters as well as helium leaks as it approached the space station in June. Since then, Boeing and NASA have struggled to assess what went wrong. However, both the astronauts say their training had taught them to quickly adjust to long delays and focus on their mission.
So we go with it. 8 days, it was more than 8 days, but 8 days is a number that keeps getting said. It was going to be longer than that. But 8 days to 8 months or 9 months or 10 months, whatever it is, we're going to do the very best job we can do every single day, because that's what the folks that do this type of job have to do. You have to have that mindset, because it is not an easy business, like I said.
Wilmore further acknowledged the trying times they faced, especially watching the Starliner leave without them, but added that outpouring of concern from people on Earth was heartwarming. When asked if they felt let down by Boeing, this is what they had to say.
It was wonderful that it made it back. And the fact that we weren't on it didn't even come into mind at all. It was never like, oh, we shouldn't. No, not at all.
Williams said that she missed her family and was disappointed to miss some family events, but added that this is her happy place and she loves being in space.
Every day you do something that's work, quote unquote. You can do it upside down. You can do it sideways. So it adds a little different perspective. And about staying up here longer, one of the things I was sort of regretting about a short duration flight is I wasn't going to be able to share it with a lot of people. One of the things I like to do up here is sort of write like a little recap of the week and send it down to people so they can see what fun we're having and what kind of work we're doing up here.
However, one thing that both the astronauts will not miss is their participation in the upcoming U.S. polls. The pair are planning to cast their ballots in the November presidential elections from space. Williams and Wilmore are now on an extended mission set to end in February, with a planned return on a SpaceX capsule instead of Boeing's Starliner next year. For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.